Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Buddy and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Buddy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little bit of correction and lots of motivation that we give Buddy when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a gentle tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. He's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that during your follow-up training session on Monday. Now, Buddy is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, but it is one of our most common complaints is that people can't comfortably walk their dog, and the command is Buddy heel. Now at this point, Buddy has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg when walking. Not forging ahead, not dragging you down the street, but walking nicely. And each time that you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. If you change direction, he should change direction. If you stop to talk to a neighbor or cross the street, he should be sitting nicely and waiting for his next command. And he's doing a great job of showing this off. If you move more quickly or more slowly, he should do the same. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. The long sit-stay should be practiced indoors as well as outdoors. And you're going to start out at about a minute, and you're going to slowly work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, and Buddy should remain seated until he gets his next command, which he did very nicely. Rich stopped at his shoulders, if you notice. So when you get back to his shoulders, each time he expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. He's got some pep in his step. He likes showing off. He likes doing a good job. He really does. And he works very well for motivation, praise, and occasionally we throw a treat in there just to keep him focused and motivated. But don't do a ton of treat training. You don't need to. Rich is going to leave him in another sit-stay. And remember, you walk out to the end of your leash in the beginning and you turn to face him. There will be a time when you'll be able to drop the leash and lengthen out your distance, but not yet. This time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come on command. The command is Buddy come, and his job is to come and sit in front of you facing your knees, not jumping all over you. And then he goes back to heel and back sitting. Good job, bud. Nice heeling, nice automatic sitting. And everywhere that you practice, we're going to teach you how to use these commands in your everyday living situations. When you first start working with the dogs, I want you to start one at a time. Rich is going to call him again. And he comes right in and sits. He's looking up at Rich for direction, which is good eye contact. And he gets praised for a good job. And in the beginning, I don't want you to overpraise, because if you overpraise, you have to be prepared to get him back under control. So in the beginning, a little praise goes a long way. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down command, and this is down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. And you saw him roll those hips out to one side, and that usually means that he knows he's in it for the long haul. When he was up like a cat, that means he's going to pop up. Your long down stay, practice right indoors. Work up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way back to his shoulders again and stops, and then he gives him another command. We're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. We're going to continue this weekend until we see you on Monday to work on his down from a distance. Rich is staying fairly close to him right now. You're going to be able to lengthen out that distance as well. Now, we have demonstrated for you all of Buddy's formal on-leash obedience commands. We're very proud of his accomplishments. They weren't easy, so there was nothing that you were doing wrong. Both of these guys were a little challenging, but they've come a long way in a short time. We've enjoyed having them, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.